and talk about the bottom of the barrel. The worst of the worst. That's right, we're talking about the top 10 reasons Stealthfox is awful. Alright. I know I don't like. Picking 10 and then justifying why I dislike them was a challenge. But, of course I did. Otherwise, we wouldn't have this list, right? So, without basically the same thing. Now, before anyone says, what about Torterra? While they do look similar, Torterra has a lot different going for it. While Meganium doesn't. Gengar. I don't think about eggs. I love breakfast and all, but I wouldn't throw my scrambled eggs into battle. We've had other Pokemon based off food since Generation 1, but Execute started it all. Nothing about it makes sense. It's broken, it's ugly, it's useless. Even its evolution makes no sense. It's the egg Pokemon that becomes a tree? Whoever discovered this Pokemon was probably very confused as to why their breakfast was dancing on their plate. They probably even ate it. Execute probably could have gone into extinction if not careful. Professor Oak might have saved Execute's life. I believe Arceus was probably high and just had the munchies when making Execute. Execute, honestly, at the end of the day, it's just proof that bad, uninspired Pokemon have been made since the beginning. This Pokemon just bugs me. The very fact that it's a Pokemon annoys me every time I see it. When I fish and it pops out of the water, I just get that look characters in Soul Eater get when talking about Excalibur. They say Magikarp is the weakest fish, but at least Magikarp looks cool and becomes something even cooler. Luvdisc, it just looks like a Valentine's Day decoration. There's even a Pokemon that looks like an evolved Luvdisc, but nope! Luvdisc just wants to mess everything up. It's said that a couple that finds a Luvdisc will know eternal love, yet Luvdisc is so easy to find. How many times do you think a Luvdisc misled someone and led them to divorce later down the line? Luvdisc is evil, posing as a guardian of love, just to break your heart and add it to the collection of evil Luvdisc. They're coming for you. Those soulless eyes judging you and your eternal love. Trubbish is way cuter than Luvdisc anyway. Let that cute little trash bag grant me eternal love while I throw this stupid fish back into the ocean to be eaten by a Sharpedo. After I take the heart scale off it. Alright, so this is technically 2 Pokemon, but does it really matter? After all, they are the same thing. I know each generation has its Pika clone, but this is the only generation to have 2 of them. And the question is, why? Maybe if they had some cool gimmick to go with the plus and minus thing it would be cooler, but there's nothing. They're recolored Pichus. They offer nothing new to the Pokemon world. Even their Pokedex entries are stupid. They're cheerleaders. They make little pom-poms. I'm not making this up, it's true. They care more about cheering than battling. I'm surprised they don't have cell phones and want to go to Starbucks. They aren't Pokemon, they're high school girls, checking out the quarterback of the Pika football team. It's Pokemon like these that made me dislike Hoenn for so long. Between these 2 and Luvdisc, and there's unfortunately more to come as well, it's really just a lot of things that put Generation 3 down for a really long time. But to wrap it up, these cheerleaders, they just make Dedene's job all that easier. See, told you we weren't done with Gen 3 hate. Before I talk about this, I want to say that I love Hoenn now. I've seen the light to the amazing Pokemon that are Generation 3. That being said, what the hell is this thing? With Pokemon like Rayquaza and Breloom, who's the derp that designed this stupid thing? It's like they looked at Geodude and said, hey, that worked, let's do something similar, but give it a big red nose instead. Kids love Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, right? Surely it'll work on a rock Pokemon. It's like they didn't even think about it, and then to make it even worse, they let it clump around with closed eyes like the really drunk friend who's ruining the party. I don't think I've ever met a person who when they first saw Nosepass went, oh my god, new favorite Pokemon, I have to catch it. Most people think, ugh, I'm gonna move on, I don't want that. The only thing that could make this Pokemon even worse as if it evolved. Oh god damn it! So as if Nosepass was not bad enough, it was decided that this stupid thing needed to evolve? At the time, there were so many other Pokemon that could have evolved. Pinsir, Farfetch'd, Corsola, Miltank, Quillfish, Dunsparce, and that's just off the top of my head. But did any of them get to evolve? Nope, sure didn't. I mean, yeah, Pinsir got to Mega Evolve, but that was 2 generations later, and that's a whole nother topic for a whole nother day. Probopass takes everything I hate about Nosepass and amplifies it. It's stupid. It's got a stupid hat, an even bigger stupid nose, and a stupid mustache. This is all just stupid, 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 stupid. It's all about magnets? Don't we already have a magnet Pokemon? Even its Pokedex entry talks about mini noses? What the hell are those? When they were making this evolution, did they think, hey, I think this needs more noses? Then somebody else came over and went, hey, that's a great idea. Give it all the noses. Noses for everyone. I really hate these Pokemon. Let's just move on. I can't talk about this line anymore. This Pokemon is the most basic bitch of a Pokemon I've ever seen. Audino is good for one thing, and one thing only: experience. When I first played White, I did not understand Audino. I'm not a big fan of Pokemon that are one and done, with a few exceptions. I like the enjoyment of watching a Pokemon grow as I go on my adventure. I don't really hate the design, but it's nothing special. It's basically another Chansey, and well, we already have Chansey. Hell, Chansey evolves. So why do we need Audino? I think the reason I hate Audino the most, though, is the fact that it is the only Pokemon from Generation 5 to Mega Evolve, which is one of my favorite regions. And there are so many amazing Pokemon from Unova that could have an awesome, badass Mega. But no, they gave it to Audino. Sometimes life's just so unfair. I hate Regis. These stupid legends are a pain in the ass to get to. Their designs are awful, and their cries are annoying. Regigigas is kinda cool design-wise, but the 3 originals are all stupid. We have one Regi that's just a stack of rocks. We have one made of ice but can't be melted, 'cause it's from the Ice Age. And then we have a steel one that's harder than any other metal, and apparently is hollow, which I can believe because there's certainly no brain activity in any of these guys. Every generation has some sort of legend trio, like Generation 1 with the 3 birds, which are all amazing, and Generation 2 with the legendary dogs, easily fan favorites. And then we have these guys. I would rather deal with roaming legends than put the effort into what you have to do to get these guys. Catch a Pokemon, go here. Read this, decipher that, go here, decipher that. On and on and on. They're just unimaginative and uninspired. Legends are supposed to be these amazing creatures. Kyogre, Groudon, and Rayquaza are often considered deities among the Pokemon world, especially with the new primals introduced. So putting these legends with them is just silly. I will never, ever, ever go for these guys again. Easily the worst legends ever. Now, Wynaut is cute. Hell, Wobbuffet's downright scary. My dislike for Wynaut actually goes all the way back to my days at Thumb Wars. Along with my co-host, Captain and Swivel, we were doing a race lock of Black 2. In an unreleased episode, I started off with a Ledian that was quickly killed by a friggin' Reggie of all things. So I had to start again, and my starter was Wynaut, chosen by my lovely co-hosts. Now, at this point, I was very frustrated and not having a good time. So as I went to start again, what happened? Wynaut had no attacking moves. None. It was the worst time I've ever had playing Pokemon, and anytime I think about it, I think of why not. So, I'm sorry little guy, you're cute and all, but I can see the evil past that adorable smile. You can't trick me. Big surprise here, right? My hate for Delphox is well known on this channel, but now I finally have the chance to talk about it. Yay, everybody clap, we can talk about why Delphox is awful for real. Delphox just looks stupid. Fennekin's cute and Braixen's okay, but Delphox is just ridiculous looking. From the stupid things coming out of the ears, to at which this point probably block all of Delphox's ability to cure, to the little stick on fire that should just be destroyed after a while, down to the strange change in Delphox's colors, this Pokemon is just a disaster. Fire starters are usually my favorites, and we've had some amazing ones. Charizard, Typhlosion, Blaziken, and Infernape, all amazing Pokemon. Hell, even Emboar is cool in its own way, but Delphox says, nah, I don't want to be a cool fire starter. I want to be a stupid looking Ninetales wannabe. Delphox is basically just that, Ninetales with Victini's typing. It's funny how Generation 6 gave me both my favorite and least favorite Pokemon. It's even funnier that they're both starters. I've never used a Delphox myself, and I never will. Delphox is just one of those Pokemon that was hate at first sight, quickly jumping up to the top of my least favorites. I know I never gave Delphox a chance, but that's just too bad. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Delphox has nothing on the amazing Pokemon that is Greninja. Alright, so there you have it, my top 10 least favorite Pokemon. Again, I'm sorry if one of your favorites was on this list. Unless it's Delphox. Then shame on you, I'm not sorry. Making this list has been a lot of fun, so you better believe that there'll be another one. In fact, if you want to see one right now, take off that bio suit, get a breath of fresh air, and check out my top 10 favorite Pokemon if you haven't seen it already. Also, let me know if there's a top 10 you'd like to see happen. I've got some great ideas already, but I'm always up for more. If you enjoyed, then please poke that like button. If you're new, then poke the subscribe button today for even more videos almost every day. Share with your friends, all that other happy-go-lucky stuff. But until next time, guys, I'll see you then.